Good day, I am Rene D. Estember, and my co-authors are Cian Michael L. Reyes and Omar A. Sulaiman. We are from the School of Industrial Engineering and Engineering Management from Mapua University, Manila, Philippines. I will be presenting to you our paper entitled Benchmarking the Performance of Southeast Asian Football Teams using the CCR Data Envelopment Analysis Model. The outline of my presentation will be as follows. First, I will discuss the introduction, followed by methodology, then the results and discussion, and last is the conclusion. Football is one of the, if not the most popular sport in the world. It was estimated that at the turn of the 21st century, there were approximately 250 million football players and over 1.3 billion people interested in the football. In 2010, a combined television audience of more than 26 billion watched football's premier tournaments, the quadrennial month-long World Cup finals. The governing body of the football in Southeast Asia is the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN Football Federation, or more commonly known as AFF. The AFF hosts its championship, otherwise known from this point will be referred to as the Suzuki Cup, biennially since 1996. There are three stages in the AFF: the qualification round or playoffs, the group competitions or stages, and the semifinals and finals. In the group stages, the teams are split into two groups, wherein at the end of the group stages, the two top performing teams from each group advance in the finals to the semis and then the finals. Based on the AFF tournament regulations, the scoring system is as follows. 3 points are awarded to the winner of each match, 2, 1 point on the match if the match concludes in a draw, and none or 0 for the defeated team. In football, even one goal can spell the difference between victory or defeat. Team coaches employ different tactics as they feel it will best utilize the abilities of the team's players. A study by Zamhorn Ferraresi et al. Names player selections and design of strategy as the biggest decision factors or variables. Another study by Villa and Lozano stressed that the importance of football teams using their resources effectively to secure a win. So this is the formation of or the field of the football given formation of the different players. And then this is the AFF Suzuki Cup regulations as of 2018, the pointing system, the mode of competitions, the group stages, and the ranking. And then there are 10 ASEAN countries who participated in the AFF Suzuki Cup. These are the Philippines, Cambodia, Indonesia, East Timor, Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, and Laos. In this study, we used the data envelopment analysis. The DEA is a non-parametric linear programming technique developed by Charnes, Cooper, and Rhodes in 1978. The requirements are the decision-making units or the DMUs, the input data, and the output data. The objectives of this study is to determine the overall offensive and defensive efficiency of Southeast Asian football teams that competed in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018. Second objective is to benchmark the football teams to discover the best performing teams and identify gaps in output for the inefficient teams. Third is to identify the relationship between input and output variables and how they interact with and affect each other. And lastly, to recommend an optimum strategy for offense and defense when playing as home and away. So this is for the methodology, this is the conceptual framework. So this study adapted a similar research design to Bosca et al., which involves identification of the decision-making units or DMUs to be subjected to DEA. So matched statistics that constitute input and outputs variables were then selected, and the data for these variables collected from football publications and websites. An output-oriented CCR-DEA model was used to compute for the efficiency of its DMU. The input variables are also subjected to correlation and regression analysis. For the phase 1, for the DMU input and output identification, the DMUs are the national teams that competed in the 2018 Suzuki Cup. So these are 10 ASEAN countries who are part of the AFF Suzuki Cup. For the input variables, for the match statistics, there are two types. So these are offensive and defensive abilities, as shown in the diagram. For the offensive input variables, so the variables used are the ball possession, shot accuracy, pass accuracy, goal attempts, shots on goals, free kick, corner kick, attacks, and dangerous attacks. So each variable is given the description and the type of data that are being taken. For the defensive input variables, so these variables are the saves by goalkeeper, blocked shots, corner defended, and fouls, with the corresponding description and the type of data. For the output variables, so we have only two output variables. These are the goals and points. And then the corresponding descriptions are also discussed in this slide. For the phase 2, the data collection, so the data can be collected in any of the following manners. So you have the match statistics are manually collected and logged by specialized companies entirely devoted to scrutinizing every second of a football match. Match data are eventually broadcasted and make their way to sports stats websites. Then published football scores one can find on the internet are the same across these sport publications and websites. Also, AFF publishes its match statistics for the biennial AFF Suzuki Cup on the website. And also in the AF website also offers a play-by-play account of the match down to the minute, which form the basis for the input variable defended corner. So for the phase 3, which is the CCR-DEA model, output-oriented assuming constant returns to scale. So this is the basic form of the linear divisive programming model. So we want to maximize the efficiency subject to the different constraints. So for the efficiency calculation, we have the overall efficiency, defensive efficiency, and the offensive deficiency. For the efficiencies are also computed for all matches at home and matches away. For the phase 2, we perform statistical correlation and regression. So for we also got the descriptive statistics and correlation, and based on the results of the correlation, we are able to determine the strength of association between variables. Then we also perform regression, which are the key issue encountered. Some of these to look into multicollinearity, and then also use stepwise regression to remove predictors or variables that are insignificant using specified criteria. Then for the phase 5, we have the efficiency improvement for inefficient DMUs. So each inefficient DMU under each scenario efficiency measurement is evaluated. For the results and discussion, for the overall efficiency for all matches, you will find that the majority are efficient except for Cambodia with an efficiency of 0.938, and Indonesia 0.818, and East Timor, which is the lowest, with an efficiency of 0.4. So the mean overall efficiency for all matches is 0.9156 or 91.56%. For the offensive efficiency for all matches, so Cambodia, Indonesia, East Timor are still in the lowest efficiency. Then Singapore has an efficiency of 0.993. So the overall average efficiency for offensive efficiency for all matches is 91.38%. For the defensive efficiency for all matches, so it's Malaysia, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Indonesia, East Timor have lower efficiencies, and East Timor got the lowest, while Vietnam, Thailand, and Philippines and Singapore are equally efficient. So the average defensive efficiency for all matches is 0.740 or 74.40%. For the overall efficiency matches at home, so it's Laos with a 0.48 efficiency only, that is below the 100% efficiency. For the defensive efficiency matches at home, so it's Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, Philippines got low also, then Indonesia, East Timor, with an average defensive efficiency matches at home of 0.791. For the overall efficiency matches away from home, so Cambodia got low, followed Indonesia and East Timor. So these are the three countries that have low overall efficiency. So the average efficiency is 0.8545. For the offensive efficiency matches away, so it's still Cambodia, Indonesia, and East Timor who are below the frontier. The mean efficiency is 0.8006. For the defensive efficiency matches away, so the average efficiency is 0.7460, with Cambodia, Myanmar, Indonesia, and Laos, and East Timor falling below the 100% efficiency. So for the matrix of the average efficiency, you will find that for the overall all matches is 0.9156. Then for away, you will find for the overall got the lowest efficiency. For offensive, it's if the game is away from home, the result will be a low efficiency. And for defensive efficiency, the lowest is for all matches on the average. So regression and correlations are also looked into in this study. So here we have the regression equation for points of all matches, goals for all matches, and points of home and goals for home, and then the points away. You will find that the variables under each equations are the significant one. So in conclusion, this paper evaluated technical efficiency of Southeast Asian football teams that competed in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 using the data envelopment analysis. The researchers were able to benchmark the football teams in order to discover the best performing teams and identify gaps in output for the inefficient teams in line with similar footballs DEA studies. Finally, the researchers were able to identify the relationship between input and output variables and how they interact with and affect each other to find out which variables contribute significantly to the team's success. So, in closing, I would like to thank you for listening in my presentation.